before we jump into the going for refuge and generating bodhicitta, do the preliminary. This human life of freedom and endowment is so hard to get, yet so easily lost, and the time of death is uncertain. We need to contemplate again and again. The reason we don't have enough realization is we take it for granted, and we think we live forever or something. We know intellectually maybe we have to go anytime, any point, but just contemplate. This is the opportunity, especially practice like Cho, so important to establish the preliminary foundation. If I have not actualized its potential in the rest of my life, without doubt, I will wander again in the suffering existence. Consider this. Heat and cold in the hell realm, hunger and thirst in the hungry ghost realm, dullness and stupidity in the animal realm, birth, old age, sickness and death in the human realm, dispute and welfare in the Titan realm. Even the God has suffering. There is suffering wherever I am in sacred existence. So this is talking about, maybe many of you may not believe in the so-called six realms. We are not raised in those Tibetan culture or different Buddhist cultures. Even then, we can relate to this. What that feel like in the hell realms? Even in the English, you said, I feel like I'm in hell or something, right? So that one, even in the one day, we go through all these six realms, mentally, psychologically, and emotionally, ups and down and ups and down. Sometimes I got down completely. The next moment, it's all the way. Somebody says just one word, we go down into hell. So this is something Tibetan tradition we talk about. Point is, whatever situation we are at, whichever realm we are in, we cannot avoid suffering, even God realm. That is the nature of samsara. Therefore, we have to have a determination to be free from this vicious cycle of suffering called samsara. So that's what I'm talking about here. Then alas, no single one of those tormented by the three suffering has not been my own parents. Then look at all the beings, sentient beings that are around you in the universe. They are so kind to us, interconnected. Since I do not have the power to protect them, no matter how much we want to save them, perhaps like save the world, we want to help out. Each of us has this wish, right? Deepest longing, all being to be happy and free from suffering. But that logically doesn't work, or emotionally we have, but in fact, we don't even protect ourselves. We cannot save ourselves, no matter what, unless this bodhicitta. So therefore, I call for awakening for the welfare of those mothers. That's called bodhicitta. All refuges in one, threefold kind Vajradhara, my belly Lama, to you I prostrate and go for refuge. Embodiment of all refuge. Ultimately, your inner refuge, inner guru. That's the one we want to prostrate and go for refuge. Grant me here now the wisdom sword of selflessness that entirely cut through my actual foe, self-grasping at its root. So, thing is the ultimate antidote is this selflessness or emptiness or realization of the emptiness that entirely cuts through the actual enemy. Actual enemy is this self-grasping, this stubborn habitual thinking, habitual way of looking at things. Things exist inherently from its own side as an objective entity. Out there, in here, we have to have this sword, wisdom sword of selflessness. And when I impartially give up and offer my body, bless me with non-dual timeless awareness. Now I will practice Cho. I will offer this object of my attachment, the most attached, that is my body. So I will give up without hesitation, impartially, completely, so that please bless me with this non-dual, timeless awareness, wisdom of emptiness that cuts through samsara. Not only that, bring every single being to the shore of awakening. The ultimate mind merging with the expanse of space. Now this is explaining the method, how we can do it through CHO practice. The ultimate mind merging with the expanse of space in accordance with the meaning of the proclaim sound Pe. So many of you receive empowerment as well as like in Poa, you practice. We say the Pe, then shoot out the consciousness and let it merge into the expanse of space, ultimate expanse of totality, non-dual. May whatever virtues occurred in the 3 times, and in particular my generous offering on this occasion, on this CHO practice, then bring long life to the Holy Lama's lotus feet and the swift blossoming of the lotus grove of the teaching and being. So traditionally we dedicate for the teaching to continue, because without the teaching, without having met the teaching, actually we wouldn't have been here, right? And also somebody who carry the teachings, preferably authentic, not like me, authentic person who can carry and transmit this teaching. That's how traditionally we dedicate, so that we can continue on this journey, until the word suffering evaporate from this vocabulary and dictionary, Google dictionaries.